Hey guys, I want to talk about cardio and how you shouldn't neglect it if you're doing weight training. Um, a guy can be really strong and he can be a bodybuilder and he just does weights, so he does bicep, chest, legs, but he doesn't do any cardio. Um, and he comes out with that he's physically fit. Now I would disagree with that because to be physically fit you need to be able to have a very good stamina and to be able to run like footballers, tennis players. You're only physically strong, you're not physically fit. Obviously, training your arms, just doing weights, it does help your stamina. I'm not saying it doesn't, but to come out with physically fit, my opinion is that you're not. You're only physically strong. You're not physically fit. And a lot of bodybuilders or people who are just starting weight training to obviously get bigger arms is the main object for most people. They're scared to do cardio because they're scared they're going to burn muscle, and it is a bit of a myth in my opinion. You can burn muscle through cardio, but only if you overtrain. You will only burn muscle when doing cardio if your body has no other energy source to burn off. So, for instance, body fats. So that's why they say you should never do running with an empty stomach, because you can burn muscle from it. The term is catabolic, and this is where your body uses your muscle as energy. This is why you see a lot of athletes, a lot of 100 metre, 200 metre athletes that are really, really skinny, but they're physically fit. They can run for miles, but they're really, really skinny. And this is because the term catabolic has actually burnt their muscle into energy. And a lot of these athletes, they probably do weights, but not to a big extent. They just do light weights, but loads of reps for toning, because all they're doing is running. So I'm not going against that, but it's like training your body, your upper body, but not training your legs. That's another bad thing to do, and a lot of people do it. And it goes the same with cardio. Loads of people do it, and I was like that once because I was scared that if I had trained for a year and I see good results, and then I do cardio, I always had that thought that it will burn my muscle, blah blah, and it's true. It's true to a certain extent, but what I would suggest is that you run for an hour, over an hour, and once your body gets really, really tired and you get hungry, then I would suggest stopping. Always make sure you eat a lot of carbohydrates before. Everything's got carbohydrates, but obviously some foods got more than others. Make sure you always do this an hour before you do any cardio, because you don't want to eat just before you do any running. Mainly because you will feel it in your stomach when you're running. It's very uncomfortable, and you become also wind. You become gassy if you eat just before you do anything physical. So make sure you mix. Make sure you do cardio. So, for instance, on your rest days, you could do cardio. So if you work out 4 days a week, on your weekend, if you have any days off, just do an hour of cardio. Sometimes what I do is at the end of the week or my rest days, I do 3 hours of cardio, because it also helps show your muscle. It helps you look more toned, cardio, because you get a lot of people that bulk up but they don't cut. So, and a good way to show your muscles is to do cardio, because your body loses fat and it shows up more. It shows a more defined look and a more muscular body. So, that's my suggestion. You don't have to do it, just my advice. But if you want to have a more defined body and you want to have a very, very good stamina, start doing cardio just once a week and then build your way up. So, that's it for me today, guys. See you later.